In this live coding session, we take our SwiftUI views and replace one binding with another, but do so not by making the change and breaking everything. Instead, work in refactoring in small steps verified by unit tests. Welcome to the Quality Coding live stream. Welcome, folks. A few folks here. Greetings, Mudshark, and whoever else is hanging around. Good to be back. My name is John Reed. I am a developer and a coach. Let's see. Oh, well, whoop. My website is Quality Coding. My book is iOS Unit Testing by Example. And I was asked, as I interview and talk with recruiters, hey, Eric, I did have one recruiter ask me, what is a coach? And I gave an answer which is not the right thing to do. I should have done as I thought about it, the correct coaching thing to do. Hey, Grant, the correct coaching thing to do in response to the question, what is a coach? Or what does a coach do? Would be to reply with a question. What do you think a coach does? What does a coach do for a sporting team? Oh, so you don't actually play? Oh, wait, no, I'm a player coach. See, I was that same recruiter said, oh, so you're not coding, and I'm like, okay. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, welcome. Good to have you. Let's take a look at what we're doing as we continue our TDD with SwiftUI, working on Mastermind. Whoops. Miro. Teaching comes from prompting the learners to think, especially in the form of questions. Yeah. That's something I'm trying to get better at. Mastermind. Let's look at our discovery tree. We have the simplest, dumbest game of Mastermind. We're trying now to expand it to have a secret length of 2. And let's see, what did we do? Let's just review quickly. We made a secret maker, or we changed the secret maker to generate the secret given a size. We created a guess type. There's a note here about cleanup, and I think I found what that is. Yeah, so see, we've got some duplicate code here. Code index equals choice, code index equals new value. My guess is that this is no longer used. Doesn't look like it. Let's thank it and say goodbye. And get rid of it. A reminder for folks that I'm pushing, like, I wouldn't have to. I'm not on a team. No one else is integrating their changes into the code, but the code is there. If you ever want to play with it, if you ever want to have a look at it. Oh, I think I made I'm trying to remember what my commands are. shoot. What was... A second. Here we go. Let's do commands. There we go. Okay, I'm just trying to remember here. Blog, GitHub, YouTube. Okay, so I should be able to say GitHub, and there it is. So that's a link if you ever want to play along or experiment or look at things in detail. All right, so that's just a small little cleanup thing. I'm just going to get rid of that. What's next? I think rather than continuing down these, I think the real issue that we are facing is that we are currently using a hard-coded single guess that is a secret. Oh, and we're comparing against secret sub-zero. Maybe I say there's a secret size of 2, but we have a hard-coded guess of 1. Let's have a look. Like, let's just play it for a second. There it is. We've got our options, 2 options, 1 hard-coded place to play. So, in terms of like taking this game, where is this? Game screen. Here's our hard-coded guess. Going from 1, we want to go to something configurable, right? We want to use our guess type, which has a size. But to do that, I think the path there from 1 to many is many of 1. That is Llewellyn-Falco's pattern. Yeah, it's a pattern. It's a good pattern. A pattern or a technique. Well, so what I'm thinking is that we should, to get to many of 1, I should start to replace this guess 1 with a guess instance that has count the secret size of 1. Hello, Andy Coder. Can I get a more detailed comment on the idea of writing code that is an invalid state as a step towards what we actually want, i.e. having a secret length different than 4 when the real game would always have 4? I would normally approach it differently, just wondering on your reasoning. Well, that's the funny thing, is that the secret length doesn't always have 4. I don't think. Let's see. Oops, not statistics. Settings. Yeah. Wait, the options have... No, this is the number of options, not the number of the secret size, is it? The secret size is always 4. You're right. But the reason I did this in the first place was to avoid It's like, yeah, you may want a hard-coded for eventually as the thing that, product says they want or the customers say they want. Product being a so-so stand-in for real people. Is that I wanted to ship a slice, the simplest game we could make. To make the simplest game possible, I wanted a single round where you win or you lose. And that's all it is. And that's why it looks so funny, is because I didn't want to build up multiple rounds yet. I didn't want to have all this stuff. I wanted to have an end-to-end experience. Let's see. I've seen mastermind games with 4 to 12 secrets. If it works with 1 and 2, it will also work with 4 most likely. That's the guess. That's the bet I'm placing. So Andy Coder, the way I would do it, I would only consider the first color the secret and so forth until I can compare against all 4. That's another way to do it. I'm not saying this is the only way. There's absolutely more than one way to approach slicing. So it's just what I chose. Grant, in TDD, we don't start working on the end state of the code. We start with, as John says, the simplest incomplete thing and incrementally add things until we discover the destination. But I could see having, I don't know, it's like if I had, what did you say? Only consider the first color of the secret until we can compare against all 4. But I didn't want to ship that. If we had 4 empty pegs here, like we have in the real game that I'm copying, and instructions to the user that you only get graded on the first one, it feels kind of funny. The goal of this is to say we could ship it. Do we want to ship it? Not necessarily, but we could. That's why I wanted to come up with. Oh, here's the thing. Here's a comment. When you're working and you're given a task to do, and somebody has already come up with a UI design for the thing, and all these companies interviewing this, they're so funny because they say, we want pixel perfect. I'm like, man, look at my thing. I'm pixel perfect. Look at that. It's exactly the same. It's so tempting. And I've done this, but the temptation is strong to say, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is create the UI and have it look good. And then I'm going to concentrate on getting it to work. And that gives me pause. I think that we do ourselves and our users a disservice by working at that. The UI could still only show one peg. The user doesn't really see the secret link, so wouldn't affect the shipped version. Hey, yeah. But then why would you have it? See, if I can't muck with it, I kind of get what you're saying. That it would be like a feature flag sort of situation, well, or a toggle, probably a hard coded thing, where as we're developing the new thing, the the user is restricted because our new fit functionality isn't ready yet. It's not fully cooked. Yeah, that would be a fine way to do it, and an important way to use um, feature toggles so that you get proper continuous integration with trunk-based development rather than long-lived feature branches. Avoid feature branches at almost all costs. So anyway, that's me rambling. That I hope I don't sound argumentative, because there is absolutely more than one way to approach anything. It's a fine question. So many of one. We want to take this and want to take a guess and stick it in. So I think what I'm going to do is first update the Miro. No, it's a good question, man. I'm going to pull these off. And actually this, it's like it should evaluate the whole guess. Maybe, yeah. Let's have another one. Replace hard-coded guess 1 with guess of 1. Let's go there. I'll just keep these off to the side. Display guess. I think this would be like display the empty hole for a secret length. That's another thing we need to do. But continuing for now with a hard-coded guess size of 1, so that we don't have to change the SwiftUI yet. I want to do this refactoring technique. Let's go. So let's put in, probably, yeah. That's my guess, is that we can go straight to 4. Although, then we'll yeah. Should be okay. You just get only one round so far. So let's stick in a guess. Oh, the guess size is going to have to come in. But I'm going to say secret size of 1, just to hard code it. Even though that should come in from the outside, it should. Where is it right now? Here it is. We have a secret size of 2. Hang on a second. If I change it to a secret size of 1, will everything still be happy? Or will something blow up? Tests blow up. Probably because, let's see. Well, this is touchy. What is this test? Game tests, make new secret. With number of code choices, and we're not specifying the secret size. We really ought to specify this the size. The secret is this test is no longer valid. The number of code choices no longer matches the secret size, nor should it. So I think okay. Let me do a reset. Let's try again here. If the game has a number of code choices and a secret maker, and we'll pass in the secret size. Using our default argument technique, then this should still pass. Oh wait, we gotta hold on to it. Let's see, did I turn on? I think I turned off Copilot. Because I was practicing for interviews. So there we go. That's better. Uh-oh. Secret size, secret size, secret size. So this should be green. Okay. So that's a step. I'm going to commit this. What did I do? Game takes secret size. See, now our game test should be able to say, given a secret size of 1, then the secret code should be like that. Now it shouldn't matter. Yeah. Now we're honoring the secret size in the test. We fix the test. So this is a test-only change. Fix test to honor secret size of 1. And now where we call the game, I mean, this shouldn't matter here. But the game is made by the... Yeah, we will need that. A way to compare them. Number of code choices and the secret size of 1. This is our composition root, so there's no test for it. So let me just check. Boom! Do I win or lose? I lose. The secret was black. So with that, I should be able to get rid of the default argument so that you always specify the secret size. Let's see if we're still good. Nope. Where are we? Missed a place. The preview. Yeah. Burp, 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 burp. And I'm remembering my keystrokes for hiding the hiding and showing the canvas and getting preview to kick in. Is it going to kick in? Oh, it's still preparing. Come on. Failed to build. One more, huh? And this is in the game screen tests. I'll just try 1. All right, let's try the tests. Are good. Let's try here. Okay. That's getting, whoops. That's getting really long. Let me, I'm gonna extract this. Okay, so now we've gotten rid of, oh, it's doing this thing again. Xcode. Now we have changed done a change signature anyway. I'm good with that. Finish the change signature to add the secret size. To require secret size. This was unplanned work. There's a little Mac app called Keycaster. which can be used when screencasting to show you when you type command key sequences. Noting this down. Thank you, Grant. Okay, so I made it half an hour in before seeing app code this time. The JetBrains IDEs have a presentation assistant that you can turn on, and that's one of the reasons I enjoyed doing that, and I didn't know of any such solution for Xcode, so thank you. I'm saying app code more these days than I'm actually using it. So no, I appreciate that tip. That's good. I'll look into that. Okay, so essentially I'm just going to note the work I did here. Game takes secret size. Bingo! Hilarious. All right, so now that the game has a secret size, back to the game screen. The game screen has a game. How to do this? It's past the game. Okay. So help me out here. Essentially what I want to do, and I guess it's okay maybe as an optional, is I want a guess that is a yes. Yeah, this will work. This will work. I say, look at that. That's wrong, but I'll take it. Secret size should be the game. Oh, am I not exposing that? Let's see if we're not. There we go. It's a private let. So if I expose it so we can see it, that should be better. And now we'll have a state with a guess. And this should be a first step. So now that if we move in parallel change fashion, every place where we interact with guess one, we ought to also interact with guess if we can. Except that it gets passed around. Aye. Let's see where how guess one is used. So it's passed in there. It's passed in there. There's our question about evaluating. And here, the code guess view is a single guess. It should take a single code choice. Oy. How to do this? Okay, this is going to get tricky. This is going to be the rest of our time together. Code guess view. Code choices. Why does the code choices take? All the way down here. Ah, that's just to set. That's the actual setting of the guess. All right. Yep, let's do that. I like it. Add a second argument. I'm going to put this into play first so that I don't lose it. Start adding so I'm thinking, yeah, I like the idea of passing it down. So if we take code guess view and pass in let's do it. I'm going to call this like full guess. Let's see if this builds. Seems okay. Run tests. If we're green, we're good. All right, we've passed it into here. Maybe let's go ahead and pass it into here as well. That was a smash F to fix. Okay, on we go. I want to rename this. I want to pass in guess and rename this to guess one. That doesn't look right. I think I have to there we go. Rename that to guess one and that to guess. There we go. This was an automated refactoring. Okay. Passing guess one, guess one, and guess. Expectable sheet come back here, because if we get this right and working on setting the values, we should then be able to switch this out. So let's continue to dive down and see foreground color. They do not have the same value at this point. Code choices view, guess one and guess. Here's guess takes guess one. I think this might be where they meet up, is that this is displaying. No, that's the code choices. Oh, wait. Yeah, the code choices set when the choice is selected, it puts the color into the guess. And we need to pass down like what the guess is and the ID maybe will take care of the index we need. So let's pass it in. This needs a better name. It's like the guess to set. I'm going to rename it here. Automated refactoring. What I would like is to pass in the guess to set that is a guess, and it's going to take the guess and the index and figure it and do something. So let's smash F and say this is getting to be a long line, but I'm not going to worry about it because we want to delete the old parameter eventually. So I'll just hang on, Mudshark. Bear with me. See, my hope is that here we can say, take the guess to set, well, I mean, this is hard-coded, but that will work. But what is the ID? Let's find out. Going from bottom up, that's ID 1, and that's ID 2. Okay. Then I think we can say guess to set is going to be ID minus 1. This, I believe, will set the guess, the proper guess type, to be the same, to have the same value as what we're putting into guess 1. We can confirm this, maybe, just quickly here. Let's see if this gives us anything remotely helpful. Whoop. It does not. I think I just crashed. Let's turn on the debugger. And run tests. Which takes a little longer to have the debugger on. That's why I like it off most of the time. Okay. Index is 1. Code of index out of range. It's nil. How could this be? What the heck are we doing? What is this guess? The guess to set, I know this is super teeny tiny. Is nil. The code is nil? I think I need to back up and see how we're making this thing. We're hard coding the size of 1. That's what you mean, Mudshark. Except I would expect it then to have... I'm still confused. Here's the test. Test game over shows you win when the guess matches a secret a game. Hello. I thought I made it so you had to specify. What is this? How is this have only a number of code choices too? There must be an extension down somewhere. Like, what is this initializer? The ID you pass in is the ID of the choice, not the position in the guess. There it is. And yet we're trying to work with the secret size of 1. Let's find out. If we make a secret size of 1 with a null secret maker, seems okay. And we pass that into the game screen. When we do this, we are setting the oh, the game screen. I think we're missing a step to say make the secret something. Wait a second. The game has the code choices and a secret. It does not have the guess. That's funny. Shouldn't the game be managing the guess also? But right now, we're dealing with hard-coded junk in the game screen. And so I think we've probably failed to call something that would happen because we haven't set it up properly. That's my guess. You know what? You know what it's time for? I've just spent like 10 minutes here. Reset hard. And try again. Reset. Reset. Okay, so some notes are that the game should manage the guess. That's one thing. It doesn't answer the question yet. I'm just putting that down as an observation. And. Ooh, what are these? I don't know. I'm going to clear them out for now. When we make a game, when we make a guess, we make a guess with the secret size. You might default to guess position 1, or perhaps you need to, or perhaps force you to pick the spot. I mean, ultimately, we want to, it shouldn't be automatic. You should have to select it. When we make a guess, it makes the code with, oh, yeah, with nil. Okay, nil is in the count secret size. Okay, I don't understand why it was out of bounds, because we have nil in position 0, which seems correct. Poo, 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 poo. Did you press black? Then you got an ID of 2. think. Oh. Do you want to try away with script that does reset hard? Oh. Um. TCR. Ah, am I feeling brave enough to do TCR? Damn you, Eric. I'm not feeling brave today. And maybe that's exactly why I should try it. um, what do I want to see here? I want the guess set of yeah, I don't care. Index of ID -1. That's the wrong ID. That's what I'm getting thrown off. The ID is for the option, the code choice. If it's confusing me, maybe I ought to, yep, maybe I ought to rename it. It was confusing me. So I will rename it. Rename because it was confusing me. There. See, just by doing a reset and going back and trying again, stumbling again, made life easier. All right, so I think it's pretty clear. Yeah. I think it needs to do that. This should still pass. What is this? This is, I'm going to call this a feature, even though I'm doing a parallel change refactoring. This is an important change here. Set guess into hard-coded. Now I'm feeling better. With that set, we can work backwards and say, here. Will this work? Yep. We are missing a notion of what the current guess slot is. And there's currently no way to change that. So my prediction is that this will now work. and we can start getting rid of stuff. Just to confirm. Will I win or lose? I don't know, because it's whatever. Win. Let me try black again. I lose. So I think this completes the circuit, and it will allow us to get rid of, and allow us to come back up here and start using yes. Show guess 0 color. That wasn't a automated refactoring. That was a checked refactoring. All right, so now back up here, can I get rid of, or can I change this to be guess 0? Nice, nice. I'm going to get rid of this clutter because this is now starting to reveal itself more coherently as something that we want, you know, the secret to manage. But I think that does it. Evaluate. I'm going to call this a feature. Evaluate guess 1 for win-lose. This is nice. This is starting to become something. So now, can we start getting rid of guess 1? Like if I comment this out, will everything still work? Aha! So pressing a slot might tell guess which position is the selected one. And then all choices can just tell guess what value to... Oh, I like that. I'm going to put this down here and just slap it in as a note. Very nice. Great idea. You need credit for that one. Mud Shark 666. I like it. All right. So here it is. This is the moment of truth. I can now unroll that. Which means I should now be able to bubble it back up and get rid of this, no longer used. Right, so if I delete it from here and delete it from here, come back and commit that. Next up, so look at that. The guess to set code choice ID, that's much clearer, and the guess to set guess one, I believe, is no longer used here, so let's doink it out of there. Oops, doink. I guess the right word is yeet. We'll just yeet. And here. And here. Hey, hey. And now that should just go away. Aha! Goodbye, guess one. Damn, we did it. I like it. Feeling good, feeling good. Think we can just do this? No? That one line of the evaluation here. If I pass the secret, pass the guess to the secret, should do it. Secret maker, secret is very dumb right now. And I probably don't even have any secret tests because there's nothing to test. Feels like it might be time to pull it out. How about that? We have secret maker tests. Let's create secret tests, I guess. And we want to evaluate evaluate the guess. What's this going to look like? It's like, oh, what did it say? Come back. Come back. Come back. I don't know what all this is. Let me just accept it so I can see it more. We can see it more clearly. Secret of a code choice red and green, and a guess with a code choice red and green. This is not bad. evaluate guess, and the result should be, oh, right position, wrong position. Here, I've just been thinking about true and false. We haven't even gotten to positions yet. Should get code guess view perhaps draw all slots defined in the guess? This is right now. Let's see. Yeah, code guess view as guess one. Period. I think you're right that that would finish the many of one. That this would be a better order in which to do things like that. It's a great thing about the discovery tree is to be able to say, let's change the order of this. By the way, my colleagues working at Industrial Logic, working for a client, and they're using Mural, Mural, instead of Miro, for their discovery tree, and they found a plugin, and I forget what it was called, but it was basically a discovery, a mural status to Jira API. I didn't know that Mural had an API, but apparently it has things like it sets in a tag the Jira ticket number, and you can set like some rules for depending on the color you choose, what state the ticket goes to. And so that gave them a way to have basically the discovery tree world for the developers. Thank you. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. So you have your discovery tree world for the folks who need that. And you've got your Jira world for the folks who want that. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. I never heard of it. So display empty holes for secret length. Yep, that would be the rest of many to one. We are almost at time. Maybe we can do this. Let's give it a try. So. I think what we want is for each. Well, we want a stack. Right now it's just sitting out there by itself. So if we have an H stack with the button in it, let's start there. Isn't there a way to do this? Let's try it this way. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What am I looking for? I thought there was a... Am I wrong? I thought Xcode had a way to say wrap it in. Take your portion of SwiftUI In the preview pane? I thought it was in code. Whoops. Oh, what the heck? Oh, man. Xcode has lost its mind. Goodbye. Come on back. Yeah, the preview here is live, right? So if I stop it, is that what this is? So you're saying, oh, there's the selections. It's kind of hard to select. Pretty cool, though. I've never really used this to see like how selecting something highlights the other side and vice versa. But I don't think that's going to give us what we want. I swore there was a way, like let's just try it here. It wasn't the refactor menu, it was something else. And I'm going nuts now. No, it wasn't services. Because that's external to Xcode. Am I wrong? We're right? This does exist. It did exist. I swear. Anyway, let's do it by hand. I thought I selected the whole thing. Wing. Like in here? Don't know. H-stack this puppy. And let's see if it works. It's another menu? Yeah, I'm so lazy, I want to avoid typing it when possible. Option click does bring up it's the same thing as right clicking. Well, control click is the same thing. I don't know. Anyway, we got it in an H stack. I am on 15.4. Maybe my maybe I have to do something dumb like reboot, which I'm obviously not going to do now. We're almost at time. But let's just what is it? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. That Xcode is doing Xcode's thing. Okay, so let's get this in. What is this? This is feature to wrap guess in HStack. And now, yeah, it's me. Now, you know what? Let's continue this next time. We're at a good point. I know that my brain starts to run out at this point, and that in normal work, I'd be like, hey, let's take a break. So this is a good place to continue. I'm just going to add a note here. What to do next. All right. Retro. What did we see? What did we do? We started to use we used a change signature. Hello, encoder tricks. I swore we did that. Although I don't know why you would have to do that. I'm so confused. Like, I should be able to take this and embed it. Holy crap! Are you kidding me? Putting that down. See it? See it? What? What? Okay, do it again. Oh my gosh. It's like, why would you ever be making SwiftUI changes without the canvas up? I don't know, because I trust my tests? Thank you. That's going in here. Xcode embed in options available only when canvas is visible. Holy crap. Okay, that was great. I thought that the sort of the folding down oh, there we go. The Jira to what was it called? Mural Jira integration. That is. I generally have found that I prefer Miro. I think it works nicely for most of the things I like better than Mural. But that's tasty. It was kind of a change signature that I didn't see where the signature is implicit. Let me explain what I mean. In these views with bindings, my brain was wanting, like, couldn't imagine how to change the signature because it's not an explicit signature, it's an implicit signature. And if it were explicit, I think my brain would have understood better. Pass in the new thing, get it to work in parallel, then remove the old thing as the necessary steps. So I don't know what implicit change signature from passing in extra binding. I think that was pretty cool. And I still love many of one. Llewellyn, many of one. Do a search, and you will see a fine talk from Llewellyn. Many of one, presented at Craft Conference. Boy, I don't even know what Craft Conference is. Wow. I need to get on that. I got in my talk. Oh, my talk from Swiftcraft is now available on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, and down at the very bottom, I have links to videos of my talks and other podcasts and stuff that other folks have put on their channels. You'll find a link to my Swiftcraft talk about tools and practices for code crafters. And one of the things that I really highlighted, one of the purposes of my talk, was to encourage iOS developers get outside of the iOS, thank you, the iOS world, to be exposed to tooling and practices from that other people use. That was my way of trying to nudge people towards extreme programming by exposing them to code crafters. So this is a good one for me to add to that to the list. That's it. Alrighty, folks. This was fun. This was good. Feeling good. Oh, thanks, Grant, for the for posting the links. Should share those posts, maybe include those in comments in the YouTube version of this. Oh, speaking of YouTube, hello, YouTubers. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Do give this a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. You made it this far. Congratulations. Whether you like it or not, you have to press like. So I'd appreciate that. All right. Let's wrap it. Thank you. Come back next week. We'll keep going. All right. This is fun. I'm learning. This is one of the highlights of my week. It really is. It's like, this is the code. I don't always get to do the coding that I like. That's life. But this is a chance to do that. So appreciate you folks. Take care. I'll see you next week.